Dear students, we have already completed our syllabus. I have posted 2 papers in Telegram and also gave the solutions which is not in your book. And you are facing problem in some questions. Today I will discuss that one. Exercise 5.6. B part 1, you have to check the given number 63405 is divisible by 18 or not. So first find the factors of 18. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. Among all these factors, 2 and 9 are co-prime factors because they don't have any common factor. If you check 3 and 6, they have common factor. Similarly, 2 and 6 have common factor. 2 and 18 have common factor. So we will take those numbers which are co-prime numbers. Here 2 and 9 are co-prime numbers. So first write down co-prime factors of 18 are 2 and 9. Now we will check the divisibility rule. If the given number is divisible by 2 and 9 both, then we can say that the given number is divisible by 18 also. But if the given number is not divisible by 2 or not divisible by 9, then we can say that the number is not divisible by 18 also. So here this number is not divisible by 2 because unit place digit is 5, which is an odd number. This number is divisible by 9 because if you add all the digits you will get 18. 18 is divisible by 9. So the number is divisible by 9. But since the number is not divisible by 2, then we can say that it is not divisible by 18. So like this way we will check that the given number is divisible by the second number or not. First we will find all the factors. Then among the factors we will choose the co-prime factors only. Then apply the divisibility rule for the co-prime factors. And in exercise 5.5, there are basically 3 types of question. One type of question where I am applying this formula, product of two numbers equal to HCF into LCM. Sum number 1 and 2 depends on this formula. And sum number 3 and 4. Here I am using that largest number. This term largest number means we have to find the HCF. So if in any question you are getting the word find the largest number, that means you have to find the HCF only. And the remaining number of sums from 5 to 8, the other term is smallest number. When we are finding the smallest number, we have to find the LCM. So in sum number 2, product of two numbers is given, which is 600. LCM is given 60. We have to find the HCF. So product by LCM. Product divided by LCM. Product is given, LCM is given, we are finding HCF. First write down the product divided by the LCM 60. Similarly in sum number 1 also, HCF, LCM is given, one number is given. You have to find another number. Product is not given here. So first find the product of HCF and LCM. So this is the product of HCF and LCM. Then divide the product by the given number. You will get another number. So first find the product, then divide the product by the given number. You will get another number. In sum number 3, find the largest number that divides 280 and 490 without leaving a remainder. So find the largest number means we have to find HCF without leaving a remainder. So first find the HCF and the HCF will be your answer. Similarly, in question number 4, the question is find the largest number that divides 232 and 157 leaving a remainder 7. Here one term is added that leaving a remainder 7. So first we will subtract a remainder from the given number. From 232 I have subtracted 7, that is equal to 225. Similarly subtract 7 from 157 also, that is equal to 150. After that find the HCF of 225 and 150. So when we are finding the largest number, we will find HCF. if in the question it is mentioned that without leaving a remainder, then we will find the LCM of the given number. If in the question it is mentioned that leaving a remainder, then we will subtract the remainder from the given numbers, and after that we will find LCM. Then sum number 5. The question is smallest number. For smallest number we will find LCM. No remainder means we will find the LCM of the given numbers. So when we are finding the smallest number, we will find LCM, and if in the question it is mentioned that leaves no remainder, we will find the LCM of the given numbers only. And if in the question it is mentioned that leaves a remainder, so what we will do that time? First we will find the LCM, then with that LCM we will add the remainder. First find the LCM, then with that LCM add the remainder. In question number 7, the question is 3 bells ring at intervals of 7, 10 and 14 minutes respectively. They begin by ringing together. After how long will they ring together again? Suppose at this point 3 bells begin by ringing together. After 7 minutes, first bell will ring again, because interval of first bell is 7 minutes, but after 7 minutes second and third bell will not ring, because their timing is after 10 minutes and 14 minutes. So after 7 minutes the 3 bells will not ring together. Our question is after how long will they ring together again? That means we have to find a minimum time. Minimum time means smallest time. That's why we are finding LCM. Question number 8. There are two lines AB and CD. We have to find a distance between AB and CD. Now tell me one thing. This is a distance between AB and CD. But if I say this line, this is also a distance. Similarly, this is also the distance between AB and CD. But this one is the minimum distance. When we are finding the distance between two lines, we always want to find a minimum distance. Minimum means smallest distance. So find the LCM of the given numbers. Thank you children, and all the best for your half yearly examination.